How's it going, everybody? Ty Sites Shadow Games Report, doing part 3 of Ghost Recon Wildlands today. Something I just realized about playing this game, I seem to only play it once a year. I'm not trying to do that. I actually did try to play it in sequence years ago. It's just for whatever reason, I'll have like these weird bugs in the game where I can't play it anymore. And I just figured out how to get it started again today. I was literally about to request a refund and everything, but then I tried to start it up a different way and we got it started up, so I'm going to keep the game. And maybe we're finally going to be able to beat it eventually, I don't know. It's a pretty massive game, but I think it's pretty relevant towards modern times. It has been kind of relevant towards the past year or two. Lots of talk about going to war with the cartels down in Mexico. Not exclusive to Mexico. It seems like it's several South American nations at this point, which makes this game even more relevant. You just kind of hop around from different locations across the map and you're fighting different drug lords. I don't know. I mean, everybody thinks that video games aren't relevant to anything, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, I've found more video game references towards, like, modern events than, I don't know, TV shows. Like, there's more in video games than there is in TV shows half the time. I mean, there's a lot in TV shows, too. Don't get me wrong. But anyways, we are going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news before we get into the game. So let's not waste too much time. Let's get through these headlines and we'll jump into the content. Lots of goodies today. Google engineer convicted of stealing AI secrets for China. DOW pushes quantum tech for battlefield awareness with QBID program. DOW Department of War pushes. I'm sorry. I didn't know it. Put it into an acronym at first. Just kind of read it. Gold tops $4,850 and silver hits $85 at sharp rebound. Yeah, there's been lots of ups and downs with gold and silver lately. Lots of speculation of different shorting of prices. I'm still trying to figure out how that all works. I don't know why it always seems like, I don't know, anything with the economy feels like voodoo whenever you're talking about it. It should be very straightforward, but we're always dealing with, I guess, interest and, I don't know, fractional reserve banking, which Epstein pretends to be a professional over, which I don't think there's really a lot to understand when it comes to it. Everybody knows how fractions works. Everybody knows how pieces of a pie works, right? You know how to cut into a cake. You know how to create fractions. Anyways, Epstein Audio advises Barack on cashing in government contacts. Now, this says Barack, Ehud Barak, I believe it's referring to, not Barack Obama. It's spelled differently. Just in case anybody's listening over a podcast, or, I don't know, listening through your headphones. I had a friend say that, yeah, I listen to you while I'm at work sometimes. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I appreciate that. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe I need to be better about my spoken news. I know sometimes I'll just like go straight into a video or something. I need to give better icing on the cake so that you can have a little bit of a fractional reserve caking. I don't know. It sounded right in my head. Minnesota woman's trusted traveler status revoked after following ICE vehicle. Trusted traveler status? That's a thing? Is that like a visa? I have no clue. Trusted traveler. That sounds strange. Is that a new category that no one knows about? Man, that's something we really got to pay attention to, is new categories that people create to get around laws, because that seems to be the loophole. Whoever mastered loopholes, that seems to be like one of the best ways to get around things. It's just to create a new category for something, and then you can just be like, oh no, he's not this. He's this thing over here. He's something different. Clintons agree to testify in House Epstein investigation, aide says. That's good to hear. Let's see if that actually happens. They've been dodging everything else. Attorney says Gabbard is holding up a complaint about her actions, which her office denies. Yeah, I saw this rumor floating around earlier today. Um, I can't remember who put out the article. Was it the Atlantic or no? Maybe I think it was actually the Wall Street Journal, if I remember correctly. But I don't know. There's some type of speculation that her office is holding up some type of complaint, not allowing it to get any further than her desk. I don't know what is true right now when it comes to that, so take it with a grain of salt. Robotaxi pioneer Waymo gets $16 billion injection into accelerate its expansion plans. I'm sorry. Let me reread that again. Robotaxi pioneer Waymo gets 16 billion injection to accelerate its expansion plans. I totally butchered that. Crews battling massive fire after gas explosion at commercial building. Sometimes I'm taking in the news while I'm reading it too. I'm just kind of like, wow, that's crazy. I feel like I read about, I don't know, 10 crazy stories a day at least. Maybe 7 to 10, somewhere in there. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Tragedy off America's oldest seaport claims 7 lives as fishing boat sinks in frigid waters. Northern Arizona University student dies after fraternity rush event. 3 charged with hazing. Elon Musk, SpaceX to acquire XAI, creating world's most valuable private company. Yeah, this is kind of strange. So, like, X, I guess, was just like a media company, and then it was bought out by XAI, which is an AI company. And then it was bought out by SpaceX, which is like a space company. Wasn't there something that Tesla bought too that was like kind of strange? Or something like they like bought their own company or something, or maybe Tesla bought SpaceX. I can't remember what the fuck happened. They're jumping all over the place, man. I don't know. I don't know. Lots of consolidation. Even speculation of Trump trying to nationalize the elections, take it away from the states and give it to some type of federal authority. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. Usually, whenever you centralize some type of authority over elections like that, that's not a good thing. It's kind of, in my opinion, it's better to have it in nodal, you know, just nodal factions or divisional lines between states. And they actually oversee their own elections. And you would think that their own people would care about their own elections, but it seems like we've gotten to a place where people are obviously easily bought out. I mean, a lot of that is due to the fact that we are in such a horrible economy. I mean, if people had money, they wouldn't be as easily bought out. So, one thing that actually helps deter corruption half the time is people actually being prosperous to a degree. It's just that we have so many regulations that are thrown upon the American people and less so towards immigrants. That's why you have immigrants having their own business half the time in different locations throughout town. And like you only have like, I don't know. Actually, I feel like maybe only like 25% of the businesses are actually American owned. Besides like the corporate owned. I'm talking about like small business owned, like American owned businesses. Like half the time you see a foreigner owning, a slot in a downtown area, and you're just kind of like, man, no offense to you, man. Like, I'm proud that you have your own business, but what kind of extra granted ability do you have just because you're not from here? Like there are lots of weird discriminatory things that are usually placed upon white people that we don't really talk about all that much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if whites are going to be a minority here soon, if that's going to be an actual thing, wouldn't you assume that we would get the minority scholarship? Wouldn't we start to get the minority benefits? And then the other majority groups would actually start being reduced on those benefits? You would think that's how it would work, but that's not how it's working. You see what I'm saying? It's just there is a lot of favoritism towards certain groups, and it usually goes against the native population, which is also a weird contradicting place considering how this nation was created. We did oust a native people. We tried to get along in different places. We tried to purchase certain areas. I mean, they just weren't accustomed to our ways. They were still more in the mindset of conquering and dominating certain areas by getting rid of the people. I mean, they were fighting their own people. So naturally, they just continued the same thing once Europeans came in. And Europeans, I mean, yes, they did fight them here and there, but they did also offer to try to purchase and get along and try to trade and try to do all the things that at least the nicer Europeans would try to do. They would try to, and I'm not saying that all the natives were bad either. There were obviously those kinds that would sit around a table and eat dinner with the pilgrims and so on and so forth, which I know different people argue how true some of those stories are, so I won't get too deep into it. Anyways, I'm going off in a rambling rabbit tunnel right now. Let's get to something better. Or something on point. Federal agents to use body cameras in Minneapolis, Noam says. Trump plans to lower tariffs on Indian goods to 18% after India agreed to stop buying Russian oil. Trump says Kennedy Center will close for 2 years for renovations. Interesting. Is that the Trump Kennedy Center that he renamed? I assume that's what that is. ICE releases 5-year-old Liam Ramos and father from custody, lawyer says. Adrian Canegio Arias, who returned to Minnesota, confirmed by Rep. Joaquin Castro. Is that how you say that? Joaquin? I mean, I know J's or H's basically in Spanish, so if I messed that up, I have no clue. Joaquin Castro. I don't know. I'm even messing up my Spanish accent today. Usually I'm better at that. We'll work on it, guys. I'll get back into the gist of it all. Alright, let's get into some of this content. Let's flip over to this side. We got Dan Bongino back on the scene. Get off the screen. Oops. Go back. Speaking of Dan, here he is. Dan Bongino defends FBI role in Epstein files release back after stepping down as FBI deputy director in January. Bongino rebuked conservative detractors as grifter bums, unhappy with the Justice Department's release of nearly 3.5 million Epstein-related pages. Bro, they just did that. That happened over the weekend. You're gonna act like, oh my God, he's okay, I don't know if he actually said this or not. I know sometimes Grok will actually over-convolute things and say things that people didn't say. So I'm just going to ignore that for right now. Including over 3 million new documents, 2,000 videos, and 1,800 images. I'm sorry, 180,000 images. He called the Epstein case a level 10 challenge with much material sealed for victim protections and legal reasons, and highlighted revelations like British politician Lord Peter Mandelson emailing Epstein sensitive bailout details. While supporters praised the transparency under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, critics labeled the files a disappointment with No new prosecutions or elite client list, exposing a growing rift in conservative circles. Brian Eastwood says Dan Bongino claims that people like me are using the Epstein files issue to divide the MAGA movement.
But it was a level 10.
And just to continue here, no, Dan, I'm just tired of elite pedophiles being protected. If exposing them destroys the MAGA movement, then so be it.
Problem was never going to please
nice
everybody.
Gaslighting.
The person I thought at the time who nailed what the issues were with this was our good friend Mike Davis. I'll play the CNN one, the clip next, but throw up Davis's tweet. There were a ton of problems with this. There was grand jury material. There was he put this out. He's anyone who rapes kids deserves the death penalty. Amen. Here's the problem with the Epstein mess. The FBI doesn't have the evidence many thought it did. I want to see the files, folks. I said, don't let it go. I meant it. We got elected. We looked at it. The file was not, what was in there was not what we thought would be in there. There are not tapes with powerful men raping kids. There is not a list. Epstein's Rolodex was already public. The file's largely unreleasable for many reasons, including grand jury material, which they're moving to get a lot of that out, court records under seal, child pornography that was downloaded from the internet. You can read the rest of it, protection of victims. We obviously don't want victims' names out there. Here's another one. Keep that up for a second. Double or triple hearsay. You're seeing it now. You're seeing on Twitter, like this guy said Joey Bag of Donuts, cut this woman with a razor, or this young girl while raping her. And you're like, wow, that's a really horrible story. It's terrible. And then you find out Joey Bag of Donuts was some famous athlete who was playing a game in Phoenix that night. Like a lot of this stuff was just people called, not all, by the way, not all of it. This is an extremely serious case. Let me be crystal clear. But that doesn't mean every single tip that came in, had any kind of veracity to it at all. A lot of the stuff was clearly debunked. He said, does anyone believe Bondi, Patel, or Bongino would cover up for Bill Clinton or Bill Gates? Didn't even make sense. I was all over this case on my show. The Trump DOJ wanted to be fully transparent, but it couldn't at the time for the reasons above. It's not going to satisfy many, and that's fine. But folks, I'm not going to spend the next 2 years talking about it. This administration got you the information. You can all look at it. And a lot of people are using it to divide us from the inside. Those are just the facts. That's just the way it goes. And by the way, the dividing people from the inside thing is not working. A lot of this is bullshit. A lot of it is foreign operations designed to make us divorce ourselves from the inside. Current thing, everything. It is a deadly serious case. There is zero doubt about it. Everyone in the administration treated it as such. Everyone from the start. But it was not, it was a level 10 problem. I can prove it to you. No one else had solved it in the past. Correct? Those are just the facts.
What do y'all think? Think Dan Bongino is full of it? You think he's saying the right things? You think he is in the right place, protecting the right people? Do you think he's working for the wrong people? Ask yourself those questions. You don't have to answer me, but you can answer those questions for yourself. Dan Bongino gets visibly heated as he goes off on the dipshit grifter bums who didn't nothing but throw popcorn at the ring. I mean, what do you expect us to do, bro? You were one of the people on the insides. One of the people on the inside. That's what I meant to say.
The third group of people I want to address are the grifters out there who mistakenly thought I wasn't coming back. Now, I am back. The Podfather is back, and I'm here to take back this movement. This movement's been hijacked by a small group of dipshits.
He just called himself the Podfather.
Who are nothing but doomers under the frame of accountability. I'm all about accountability. I just showed you what we did or what we didn't. Did I not? I'm not sitting here going, hey, trust me, bro. I showed you. If you like it, great. If you don't, that is absolutely your constitutional right. You paid for it to go out and go, that sucked. I would have done something different. Okay, but you didn't. You didn't do anything different. I'm not sure if you volunteered to serve or not, but you didn't. You sat in the front row with your popcorn, ankle biting, throwing this popcorn at the ring at two guys in there sparring away, fighting for this country, while you did shit. You just talked about
Bro,
it. So you didn't do anything.
I started a TV show. That's what I did. I mean, I don't know. I've done like activism here and there, but I mean, honestly, I didn't feel like I was able to do all that much from my position besides maybe speak out through having my own podcast. But also too, like a lot of people don't take me seriously, you know. I mean, there's only so much you can do if no one helps you achieve those things. So naturally, you just can't get as much done if people don't support whatever it is you're doing. I mean, but also just the confusing state everybody's been in over the past few years after the pandemic, after, I don't know, the whole economic issues back and forth, not really knowing how things are going to turn out over the next few years. We've kind of had like a whole invasion. We're on the brink of several wars, in my opinion. We've never been put under this weird type of pressure, and especially from our own people half the time. Like, we're almost even at the point of a civil war. So, I don't feel bad for at least myself. Like, I feel like I did everything within my capability. I even tried to warn my family in a lot of different circumstances, and they wouldn't listen. So, I don't blame them for not listening. It's just more or less, a lot of people will have a resistance to listen to you unless you're like an expert on a particular matter. And for whatever reason, even if you're trying to cite certain experts as your source for why you're thinking a certain way, a lot of people still won't get on board. It's almost like you have to be that real, actual person for them to do it. I don't know. It's very strange to me. I've tried to understand it myself, but for whatever reason, a lot of people don't want to group up and try to tackle these issues. Like, I mean, I've had a few people over the years reach out, but they won't ever try to do anything substantial. But it's like they want to lead you, they won't take any direction half the time either. Like, they don't know how to work on a team, they just know how to direct you what to do. And I'm less so of a follower. I'm more so at least a mental leader. And I know that sounds kind of strange whenever I say mental leader. It's just more or less like I'm very self-governed. Like, I don't need other people to tell me to do certain things. But like, if I agree with something, I will, I guess act in correlation with another person to collaborate. If that makes any sense. But anyways, let me finish this video.
Now, I'm back on the air. I'm not going to take on every single thing in one day in one show. But I'm telling you right now, your bullshit, I'm done with it. The grifter bums, all you guys are a class of doomers. Everything sucks all the time. You would have done it different. You didn't do shit. You did nothing. You didn't volunteer. You didn't ask. You didn't give up your show to do. You did nothing. All you did was bullshit people and say, nothing's happening. And then when we tell you, oh, it just happened, you move on to something else you say is not going to happen. And then when that happens, you move on to something else. You want to critique it, say you would have done better, step up. Step up. Go ahead. They got openings. You go try it. See what you're dealing with.
I mean, I kind of agree with them on the last part. If anybody wants to actually go see if they can take on whatever the hell is going on in the FBI or deep state, whatever, you gotta join. You probably gotta kiss some of these people's fingers, which I thought this chart was pretty interesting. This is like what I call the Baal cult chart. It's kind of using a chart similar to I guess what would be the Kabbalah. Pretty sure this is what this is kind of like symbolizing to a degree. I mean, it's not exactly the Kabbalah though. Like, if you actually look at the chart, It's actually about the cult of Baal and how it's basically been around since the beginning of written history. Literally since the Sumerians and the Babylonians into the Canaanites. You can see right there's the pharaohs. Is that Babylon over here, I believe, on the right? Got Babylon. Then you have the Roman Empire, you have Judea, you have the Vatican, you have how all these different things kind of correlate with each other. They even have like different pathways and how they interrelate with each other. Amun-Ra. What's this? Clint Russell says not only do they have no intention of prosecuting his network, but they have the nerve to be condescending at the same time. We need a reset. From Publius.
You said this is the end of the Epstein, of your review of the Epstein files. So, just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abused the young women through Epstein's.
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them. Right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information of men that we know about that we're covering.
Okay, they're covering up the victims' faces and different people involved. So it's just kind of like, if there is like child porn and everything else, if there's like gross things that are happening in those videos, it's obvious he's lying here. There are people to prosecute. There are people to go after. I mean, we have Prince Andrew on one of the photos with some chick laying on the ground. She has her face blacked out. And there's some other person like kicking their feet up in the background. So it's an obvious lie. And I'm tired of living in Groundhog's Day, where it's just like we're in a limbo right now. We're just constantly repeating the same day over and over again. We're in this constant looped function. And I'm referring to the movie, if anybody's actually seen the movie or not. I think it's one of the best movies ever. I know people will fight me over that, but I think it's cool just due to the fact that there is some strange phenomenon in the movie that leads to him being stuck in this time loop where he just wakes up reliving the same day every single day. And he pretty much masters the art of how to make this one woman fall in love with him. I don't know, it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of messed up at the same time. I don't know, but it's an interesting movie. And I don't know, I might even watch it again tonight. I don't know, I watched Constantine last night for like no reason. I just randomly wanted to watch it. I've been watching older movies again for some reason. Kind of makes you want to relive an old time. But I don't want to keep reliving the same day over and over again. Like, that's what's kind of irritate me with this whole situation. I was actually hoping to see a little bit more movement from the Trump administration today towards, I don't know, something with the Clintons or something. Just, we have to keep on moving, guys. Like, you know, we have certain red cities beginning to turn blue. You know, it's already starting to signal certain signs that there is going to be some type of major change. the 2026 election. And I don't know if it's going to be for good or bad yet. I mean, we are starting to see a major pushback against, I guess, the Jewish lobby in a large way. This anti-Zionist movement that's forming on its own. It's, in my opinion, very organic. I mean, it just kind of comes through all the gaslighting towards the Gazan genocide, the conflict over there, how it's been handled, how it's continued to be handled, how we're allowing Israel to get away with certain things. But anyways, how do we get out of this loop? How do we get out of this? I don't know, feeling of being stuck. How do we get to the next economy? I mean, are we just going to have to wait until Jerome Powell's gone? Like, why is he not gone yet? Like, we already have like a new Fed chair announced. Like, get rid of this guy. Hurry up. Let's get to the next part. Like, why do I have to get like irritated every single day? Like there's actually some days where I'm just like, okay, today's gonna be a calm day. I don't have to get irritated at nothing because like everything's moving in the right direction. And then I'll, get through most of the day and I'm just like, bro, can y'all like start kicking some fucking tables over for me? Like, I don't want to be the only guy yelling. Can you guys, like some other people out there, can you guys get the fuck up out of your chair and start doing stuff? Like, do I really have to feel alone in this shit? Like, should we all feel that way right now? Whenever we should all be, like, trying to do something? Like, the whole reason, in my opinion, that things aren't really being done is because, well, people besides me are not being loud enough. We're not lashing out enough at the right people. And I mean, it might get you banned from a few different places, but, it's all about really chipping off the statue of, the supremacist, if you will. Toppling statues are constant symbolic message of toppling certain dictators. So, I mean, think about that metaphorically when it comes to whatever this tyrannical structure is above us. But anyways, I need to shut up. Let's get through this content. I got lots of stuff to get through.
Not to prosecute. That is not the case. I don't know whether there are men out there that abuse these women. If we learn about information and evidence that allows us to prosecute them, you better believe we will. But I don't think that the public or you all are going to uncover men within the Epstein files that abuse women, unfortunately.
I just don't understand like the strategy with all this. It's almost just like we already know that Epstein did a lot of those things. He's talking about it with Ehud Barak and quite a few other people, it seems like. Anyways, let's get away from this story. Let's move on to other things. Ex-Google engineer convicted of stealing AI secrets for China. We talked about that actually last Friday. Still floating in the news. Epstein email details 2015 dinner with Zuckerberg, Musk, Thiel, and Hoffman. I'll read that in a second. Gold and silver are pumping on Sunday night. Supply shortages are sweeping the globe, and China is trading for plus 42% premium. We all know what happens next. No, I don't. I don't know what the hell happens next, man. So yeah, this post was going around that Epstein supposedly lived in the Vatican with Pope John Paul II. Community note says the purported email claiming Epstein lived in the Vatican with the Pope Paul II is dated 2015 after the Pope's death in 2005. No evidence supports Epstein residing there beyond a 2003 visit for a papal audience. Is that how you say that, papal? Resurfaced 3,300-year-old Egyptian document hints at biblical giants being real. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the Bible might actually be a lot older. Maybe based in, probably some older myths, but I don't know. There's just lots of similarities kind of being passed down through certain cultures. And even Egyptian culture has a lot of similarities to Christianity. I'm not saying they're exactly the same in any type of way. There are major differences, but there are some similarities too. Nick Fuentes explains the difference between the old Judaism, which was fulfilled by Jesus Christ, and the present-day rabbinical Judaism. What you have today, it's a different religion. I want to read this first, though. Epstein email details. 2015 dinner with Zuckerberg, Musk, Thiel, and Hoffman. August 2015. Message to Tim Pritzker described a gathering with Musk, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and Reid Hoffman, hosted by Hoffman at his Palo Alto home to honor MIT neuroscientist Ed Boyden. It surfaced in a recent Justice Department release of over 3 million Epstein documents from his sex trafficking investigations 6 years after his 2008 guilty plea. None of the attendees face accusations or wrongdoing. Zuckerberg met Epstein only that once. Hoffman regrets post-conviction contacts, and Musk denies deeper ties. The files highlight Epstein's ongoing access to power with no new claims against them. Strange. The other people reporting it are not talking about Musk, so that's kind of interesting. The New York Post right here doesn't mention Musk right here, but it might be in the article. Just a note, here's Nick Fuentes.
Been arguing with my uncle about the JQ. He keeps pointing to Romans 11 and how Paul said the Jews are the roots and Christians are the grafted in branches. I said, yeah, maybe the roots of a tree could spit on and commit usury against said branches, lol.
How many times we got to go over this? The original Christians were all Jews, meaning that they were part of the tribe of Judah from Israel. These are the ancient Israelites, the Hebrews, and these people, Jesus was one of them, and Jesus was their promised Messiah, and his own people rejected him. Most of the Jews rejected him, but the earliest Christians were Jews, and there were intense debates between the apostles about whether to keep the old Jewish laws, whether to circumcise, whether to keep the dietary restrictions. Christianity was an offshoot of that ancient Jewish religion. Properly understood, Christianity contains that original Judaism. Christianity is the story of how a chosen people produced the Messiah who died for everybody. And then this, what we would call today, rabbinical Judaism, Talmudic Judaism, mystical Judaism, this is a fork off of that. Properly understood, the Jewish religion ended when Christ arrived. That covenant was fulfilled. It's done by Christ. Then it became something else. And so Judaism was bookended and is contained inside of the larger story. It's finalized in and fulfilled in the New Testament, a religion for all people. What persists after the arrival of the Messiah is the Pharisees, the Pharisaical Jews, who are expelled from Israel. They're the only remaining sect. And there's a few different factions inside the Jewish community at this time in the first century, but it's only the Pharisees that survive. And this Pharisaical community goes out into the world and they have this crisis because the temple's destroyed, the sacrifices can't continue, they're outside of the promised land, the Holy Land, and so they have to create this new religion. There's this crisis. So they write down their commandments in the Mishnah, they write down the Talmud, they make their synagogues, they kind of create this new religion. And over time, you get all these innovations. You get Midrash, you get the Kabbalah, you get these mystical practices. And what you have today is just, it has nothing to do, or it's extremely derivative, let's say, of the Old Testament. It's a different religion. So the Old Testament religion was fulfilled and finalized in Christ. Jews then created a whole new religion, which is based on not just the written Torah, but the oral Torah. And they said, well, we have this expansion pack. Not only did Moses, receive the 10 Commandments in the Ark of the Covenant, but he also had this whole other thing. We have the oral tradition, which is the Talmud, how we're going to interpret these commandments. And then later on, they said, actually, we got even more. They said, actually, we got even more. Not only do we have the 10 Commandments and the oral Torah, they said, but also we have the mystical tradition. We also have the Zohar. We have this story about the Sphirot. We have the story about the tree of life and all these different principles and this theology of language and so on. And so they say all that, they got all that stuff on Mount Sinai. And it's a different religion. So you don't have to go there and say, oh, the roots of the tree commit usury. That's just idiotic. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So it's true, Jews are the root, and the Gentiles were grafted on. But they're grafted onto the religion of Christ. Christ is the Jewish Messiah, came for the Jews, but then he really died for all of us, and the Gentiles were grafted onto the tree. And now everybody that believes in Christ is Israel. Everybody that believes in Christ is part of the tree, is part of the body of Christ, is the church. It's a spiritual kingdom, not a real, because the real kingdom is like the kingdom of the Jews. And it's this people, descended from these people, from this dynasty, from this dynastic line, and it's going to be an earthly kingdom. And Christ arrives and says, no, it's a spiritual kingdom. And that means that everybody can ascribe to it as long as and it's a spiritual law. He says, if you lust after a woman, you've sinned in your heart. Even though you might not have broken this earthly law, you've broken a spiritual law. We're aiming for spiritual purity. And there's so that's the difference. That's the thing, is Judaism now, it's kind of a misnomer for what it really is.
Is that why he acts gay? Kind of starts to make sense when you think about it that way. All right. Tim Burchett goes off on insider trading still being allowed in Congress, says Nick Sorter. This town is crooked. Both parties are in on it. It's a very small club, and guess what, America? You're not in it.
Because it's
Bro,
broken.
you're just repeating George Carlin, and it's
as we used to say, and instead of say when you have a congressman making 600-700% return day in, day out, they don't need to be here in Washington D.C.
I don't want to hear about it. I want to see action. I don't want to hear you just like bitching about it every day.
The money, because obviously, look, we're in on meetings that go on behind
like
the scenes,
Tim, I
and
support
the
you, but
legislation,
like, damn
I
it,
proposed a bill, just said no stock trading. Do like I do. Have my buddy Tommy Siler.
just complaining about it every day probably just makes people more mad. Because like, if you're not doing anything about it, like, what the hell are we supposed to do about it? Lord Mandelson has resigned over Epstein files. Israel took control of Bitcoin by paying the salaries of 3 of the 5 key developers. This is from Alternative News. This means that Israel can likely modify the code of Bitcoin to do something else, like getting alerts early or blocking a transaction. There's a community note right here too. I'll also read this. The reference, Israel is MIT executive. Israel ruse, not the country of Israel. Bitcoin Core is open source software that no single entity controls or can unilaterally modify. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? ISIS and Al Qaeda are the assets of the Mossad. It was confirmed. I don't know if that really confirms anything. I don't really want to read that. For a lot of these folks, the gravy train has been on biscuit wheels and it's about to run off the dadgum tracks. Yeah, because that makes sense, man. Can you, like, do something else besides a bunch of, I don't know, Southern expressions? I mean, I want to see more than just, like, you complain. Alright, I'm about to do double team, hit it from both sides here in a second. I'm not going to go over that video. Catherine Austin Fitz believes Jeffrey Epstein was laundering the $21 trillion missing from the Department of Defense. The money disappearing while Epstein's international child trafficking operation remained highly active.
Yes, you were building control files using sex entrapment. But I think the bigger picture, you were doing big money laundering. So 21 trillion disappeared from DOD and HUD over the period that Epstein was operating. He went to the White House, his first time in the White House. Rubin, who became Secretary of Treasury, took him, I think, in 1994. And then Rubin goes to Treasury, money starts disappearing, and then, Epstein is ballooning fantastic amounts of money. So I think Epstein was laundering the money that was coming out of DOD. And if you look at his relationships with Mossad and Israeli intelligence, when Mossad is taking over DOD and the money's going missing, and we know the cybersecurity and IT in the Israeli sort of constellation was very active, in government at that time. So I just think if you let the files out, people are going to connect the dots between Epstein, Mossad, the growing power of Israel, AIPAC, and then where did their pension fund money go? And they're going to start connecting to the dots. I mean, here's the thing. The institution that laundered $20 trillion one way or the other is the same institution that ran Operation Warp Speed that poisoned, disabled, and bankrupted millions of Americans. Do we really think that's a coincidence?
Wow.
I think if the Epstein files come out, people are going to start connecting too many dots, and you could literally see the ramifications to the financial system are dramatic.
Okay, I'm going to cover this one little video with Bongino. We're going to move on from Bongino.
You don't know shit. You don't know anything. Just be honest that you don't know. You can have an opinion on it. I'm not telling you media people. I'm not telling you media people not to have an opinion. Have an opinion, great. It's a constitutional republic. But just be honest that you don't know shit. And he does. He's read in on all this stuff. So you're going to be misunderstood because there are things even now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to talk about. There are ongoing cases and other things. And you guys didn't pay me, the taxpayer, to go in there and come out here and try to be some, superhero. You paid me to do the right thing. And the right thing involves keeping custody over information. So you're going to be misunderstood about stuff. You don't know.
Thomas Massey says, how will we know if this bill has been successful? We will know when rich men are being perp-walked in handcuffs to jail. Until then, this is still a cover-up.
That is wrong. Do not let the Senate muck this bill up. And if you're a party to that in the Senate, you are part of this cover-up that we are trying to expose. I am sorry if one of your billionaire donors is going to get embarrassed because he went to Rape Island. That is what they have coming. In fact, they need to be on the other side of bars, a lot of them. Some of them will be embarrassed, but some of them need to go to prison, and the survivors know that. So how will we know if this bill has been successful? We will know when there are men, rich men, in handcuffs being perp-walked to the jail. And until then, this is still a cover-up.
U.S. Labor Department says the January jobs report will not be released on Friday due to the ongoing partial government shutdown. Michael Flynn Jr., I guess the son of General Michael Flynn, says, I'm genuinely curious to hear from everyone on this. What does President of the United States hate, or why does the President of the United States hate Thomas Massie when Massie has one of, if not the best, conservative voting records in Congress? True that. Trump attacked Massie again today. I don't know if I want to read all of that. I'll read what Massie said. Thomas Massie says, so now he's attacking my wife who voted for him 3 times. Maybe someone told him she's actually one who suggested I ask Pam Bondi in person at a dinner when we would get phase 2 of the Epstein files. Bondi said there were no more files. As they say, the rest is history. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Oh, this is a good video. Let's watch this. I'll leave this on screen in case you want to read it. I'll make this bigger first. From Isaac Cappy.
Hello, guys. Something special is happening in here. That's right. It's brackets and jackets. Bringing it back, but brackets and jackets. Special Epstein Island edition. That's right, folks. Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, the man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see, this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people on the street to make sure his shit doesn't get out.
Pretty good song if you ask me.
Right. They want the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people. Oh, boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America. And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove me wrong. That's right, Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the building with songs about Epstein. It's Breakfast Jacket's Epstein edition. Guys, I had some epiphanies today. I had some real big epiphanies about some guys. A big network of guys and spies and lies and liars. Alright, think about this for a minute, okay? The guy in Portland, the scientist that just got busted for producing CP, that guy is 1 degree of separation away from Epstein. Epstein, the investor that lives in West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a guy who lives in West Palm Beach, Florida as well. Investor as well. Also involved as well. And all is not well with these guys. The Florida boys, the Glow boys, the Scott Israels of the world. You see, Epstein is Hillary Clinton. And Epstein is Haiti. And Epstein is a big network of media assets. By the way, did you know that Steve Bannon was going to that guy for money? Also, Epstein is Epstein Oprah. Epstein is Chris Tucker. You remember him. Epstein is also Kevin Spacey. Epstein is also Prince Andrew. Epstein is also... Who else is Epstein? Who else is Epstein? Tell me. You guys know? Who else is Epstein? Is Epstein Big Pharma? Is Epstein Bryan Singer? Is Epstein Naomi Campbell? Yep, all of the above. All of the above. Who is Epstein? Epstein is the keystone of a whole motherfucking matrix. And once you pull it out, it all falls down. Dersh was there too. That's right, we're dropping red pills every day. Dropping red pills in the best kind of way. This is
Dropping red pills every day. Dropping red pills. Oh, sorry. I was getting into it, man. Dropping red pills every day. Dropping red pills every day. That would have been a good song, man. I guess that guy's dead now. Is that right? Rest in peace, Isaac Cappy. That was a good song. That made me smile yesterday when I first saw it. This did not make me smile. Here's the devil in the flesh.
Told him, I told him the devil,
100%.
the devil
himself.
The devil himself said, "I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life."
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question.
Sorry.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember the devil is somebody knows.
Smart?
The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
No, the devil scares me.
Satan is at the number 1 or 2 archangel. And the reason
he probably doesn't believe in it.
He goes to hell and leads the rebellion.
He's a Baal.
He'd be the top guy.
He's a Baal cultist. He doesn't believe in it.
I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I saw that in a movie once called American Dharma. I don't remember who said it.
He
have to go.
Okay, good.
He gives it a movie reference instantly. He doesn't believe in it. He's laughing inside his head. He's like, yeah, that's all fake. I don't know. I can just kind of tell from his body language. And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I can kind of read that stuff. Alex Jones says new Epstein documents reveal Putin claims Zelensky is run by Israelis.
Epstein claimed Putin said Zelensky is run by the Israelis. So again, this just shows how ridiculous the claims of the Daily Mail are, saying Jeffrey Epstein was likely a KGB spy. In reality, in these documents, it's revealed that Putin is like their number one enemy. Epstein claimed Putin and Zelensky is run by the Israelis. Epstein and Larry Summers were texting about Zelensky 2 weeks after he won the election, May 6, 2019. Zelensky had just won, but wasn't yet inaugurated. Epstein says Ukraine is looking for advice, not sure where to start. He also says Zelensky looking for help. Putin dismissive, saying he's run by the Israelis. Gee, what could ever give him that impression? Perhaps the Israeli saying this about how they control him. Epstein was also involved in a plot to overthrow Putin, apparently. In 2012, Boris Nikolic, ex-advisor to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, wrote to Jeffrey asking for his help replacing Putin with Duma member Ilya Ponomarev. Well, we can safely say that didn't work out. And of course, this was the same assistant that Jeffrey Epstein wrote his resignation letter for him. And it was all, insinuations about blackmail. He was Bill Gates's right-hand man, and he wanted to quit. So Jeffrey Epstein wrote him his resignation letter that was basically like, I know all about everything that you did, and you should keep being friends with Jeffrey Epstein because of what a good friend he is and how good he is at keeping secrets, that kind of stuff. Again, in Ukraine, Epstein in Ukraine in 2019, a month before Zelensky wins, discussing with a Rothschild how to benefit from the upheaval. Yeah, you just kill 1 million people, you can make a lot of money off that. All you have to do is overthrow a duly elected and constituted government, start, murderous bloodbath in Donbass for a couple years, completely scuttle the diplomatic, peaceful ability to come to a resolution, start a war, kill 1 million people, spend hundreds of billions of dollars out of the American taxpayer coffers, and you can get a little scratch off the top. That's worth it, right? Isn't that all worth it? These absolute satanic monsters.
Energy shots. I can't throw these flyers anymore in the state of Florida. I'll get 5 years in prison because Randy Fine, the Jew, made it a 5-year hate crime for talking about Jewish supremacy.
So I just want to be clear real quick. Just because I cover certain things on my channel doesn't mean it's a direct correlation of my personal beliefs. There's just a lot of, I don't know, anti-Zionist Jew, or yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Anti-Zionist, not exclusively Jew, but there's lots of anti-Zionist news now. And with there being lots of that within the news cycle, naturally I'm going to have to talk about it. If other people are constantly covering it, if it's what is a part of the news in a lot of ways, which, you know, it seems like they're trying to crack down, you know, just don't directly assign that with my personal beliefs. I do agree with anti-Zionist Jews. I do support them because we represent a lot of the same values. I support Torah Jews. I don't support the Talmudic Jews. I don't support the Zionist Jews. See, like, I'm very selective with the particular groups. It's nothing to do with Jews. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying this out loud for the FBI that might be looking into different people that are being labeled as anti-Semitic for just talking about these things. Let's get out of the Groundhog's Day loop, you know, that I mentioned earlier. We're in this weird loop right now, stuck in this weird, you know, Zionist loop where we can't make progress right now. And it's just kind of like, bro, we've already won these arguments. We have free speech. We can talk about these things. It was kind of like, you know, Dan Bongino, he was starting to kind of backtrack himself with the, you know, trying to attack everybody for having an opinion about everything that was going on with him. And, you know, he just needed to clarify things, and I said that in a different episode. I think he always needed to clarify his position, you know, why he wasn't able to talk about certain things. And he did kind of do that today, so I was kind of happy to see that. Now, does that exonerate him? Does that clear up all his Epstein boo-boos yet? Not exactly. You know, we have to see some type of progress with all of that. And until we do, it's just going to hurt Trump's reputation. It's going to hurt Bongino's reputation, just due to the fact that he left without anything being done, at least visibly. And maybe there are things being done in the background, but there's just not enough being done visually. So anyways, I'm going to play this video. It is going to be considered anti-Semitic, but just realize that it's not my personal opinion just for showing that type of content. You know, I do support his anti-Zionist message, though. You see what I'm saying? There are some lines that can be agreed upon, but I do think that maybe, you know, he's being a little bit overzealous to try to make a broader point, you know, because there is language barriers being drawn up towards this certain issue.
Flew to Israel with Ron DeSantis to take away
I'm going to start
Americans.
it over.
I can't throw these flyers anymore in the state of Florida. I'll get 5 years in prison because Randy Fine, the Jew, made it a 5-year hate crime for talking about Jewish supremacy. Flew to Israel with Ron DeSantis to take away Americans' First Amendment. Okay, this should be tried for treason. With that being said, my name is John Minadio. My online moniker is Handsome Truth. I am the founder of GoyamTV.com and the co-founder of GTVFlyers.com. I'm a free speech activist and a pro-white activist. I stand up for white people, and I don't care what names people call me. Tonight, I will discuss with you my disgust I have with the current state of affairs in this country. It is time to put down the Netflix. It is time to put down the sports ball. And it's time to get sober and wake the heck up to what has happened to our nation and who is behind the falling of America. Paul Revere once warned and said the British are coming. The British are coming. Well, today, I'm here to warn the
I'm going to stop it right there, but you can read it on screen who he says. It's got another 2 minutes on the video. And I am doing a partial censorship here just because, I mean, he does get a little bit, I don't know, overzealous. And it's not that I don't even agree with his message. It's more or less, it's like they are trying to go after people that talk about this stuff. And I guess I'm just trying to, I don't know, see where this is all headed towards. It's kind of strange that it's even gotten this far. It's strange that so many people just go along with all of this. Anything to do with Zionists wanting to get things a certain way, they usually end up getting it. And, you know, we are on the brink of losing our rights when it comes to freedom of speech around this particular subject. So, if I have to self-censor just to continue to have a show, I'm sorry. It's one of those things. It's like, do you really want the FBI like coming down on you just because you had a conversation about this? I mean, I try to make it very clear that I'm not anti-Semitic. So, you know, that way if they ever try to like bring it up in court, I'll just be like, okay, well, pretty much all my episodes, I'm telling you that I'm not anti-Semitic. And that, you know, I have these videos to back up my beliefs if, you know, they were to be questioned, which I hope it doesn't get to that, but we have seen other videos where other people have been, you know, door knocked and questioned, and, you know, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of intimidating going on, but, you know, that could easily change just depending on the aggressiveness. Sometimes they're told how aggressive they're supposed to be. You know, they might say like max prejudice or something like that, or, you know, something along those lines. Monica, Free Congo, Palestine, whatever, somehow she has quite a few viewers or quite a few followers. Stands for Ayatollah. Jay-Z has reportedly left the U.S. to an undisclosed destination. She said that he's in Tel Aviv. All right, the Skiff puts out this. There was an Epstein before Epstein who also used an island to abuse children. A wealthy elite named Francis Sheldon would take unfortunate youth to an island with other elites called North Fox Island to abuse and film them. Sheldon came from a very wealthy background, and many elites would visit the island specifically to sexually abuse children. How big was this elite circle of child predators? North Fox Island, just also off the coast of Michigan, was a small private island that was filled with lodges or cabins with movie production type equipment, and many dark types of movies were alleged to be made, which included the sexual abuse of children, blackmailing elites, and snuff films. So yeah, I guess the Sheldon guy was the Epstein before Epstein. And it looks like they were using him for the same reasons. I don't know much about him other than that, though. I don't even think I watched this video. I'm so sick of hearing about pedophiles, it's ridiculous. I mean, I hate to be that way. I'm just, you know, I read this stuff every single day. Joel Webbin says, yes. Dale Partridge says the Epstein files revealed that many of the world's most powerful elites are Christ-hating, Gentile-hating Jews. Noticing this isn't anti-Semitic. It's American Zionism finally dying because we're waking up to the truth. Judaism is not an ally of Christianity. I don't think it's an ally nor an enemy, but I mean, I think they can coexist as long as they're not trying to destroy each other, but that's the weird thing about it. Half the time, other religions are trying to destroy us, and we're just trying to exist. I don't know. They could say the same thing about us, too. Lord Vivo says, weird. I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug trafficker in all of Central America, and the Minister of Immigration was the largest human trafficker. Maccabee before his suicide by hanging in
When
a
I went
prison.
on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, "Sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy." Understand me. Who was the highest authority of the State Department? Hillary Clinton. I'm an American citizen with a American passport. I'm sorry. I'm not wanted in America. I've got no crimes in America. Is it not a reason to say, I don't think I'm going to vote for you?
And yet you're here now.
For a month and a half, I was on the run. The reason that the government wanted to collect me was that after they had raided my property in 2012 in the jungle, shot my dog, abused me, destroyed $500,000 worth of my property over a bogus charge, I was pissed off. And so I donated to many secretaries within the government laptop computers, really nice ones that were preloaded with viral spyware. Within a week, the entire government computer system was under my control. I was watching, monitoring, listening. I was looking for information that they had set me up for that raid. I didn't find that. I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug trafficker in all of Central America.
Shit.
The Minister of Immigration, the largest human trafficker.
McAfee was a baller, man.
Either, so we're probably not going to
That's fine. That's fine.
McAfee infiltrated the government. That's awesome. Where's the modern? Where's the where's the millennial McAfee at? We need one of those. We need us a hero. All right. The Clintons are in contempt of Congress, says James Comer. Their attorney's latest letter makes clear they still expect special treatment because of their last name. The Clintons do not get to dictate the terms of lawful subpoenas. I have rejected their latest offer. After defying lawful subpoenas, Bill and Hillary Clinton are trying to dodge contempt by requesting special treatment. The Clintons are not above the law. Our response to the Clintons' latest demands. I'm not going to read all that. You guys can go read that if you want to. Just in, SpaceX now owns XAI, which now owns X, meaning X is projected to IPO again this year. 76% chance from Polymarket. Liz Churchill.
It's not true. It's C9H9NO3.
Jim
This is a
Caviezel.
chemical compound that is absolutely, this has been around in modern science since the 1930s. You can actually, there's a synthetic form and there's a regular natural form, which is caused by torturing little kids to get their adrenaline up, essentially, and then extracting it from them. When you sit and meet, and so I brought this up a few years ago, and all of a sudden I was attacked by every media. Look it up. It's there. They absolutely went after me. And the next day, I never heard from my agency for 14 months. My lawyers let me go. My agency never called me after that, and essentially I was done. Adrenochrome, that's not true. It's C9H9NO3. This is a chemical compound that is absolutely, this has been around in modern science since the 1930s. You can actually, there's a synthetic form and there's a regular natural form.
I didn't realize it's restarted. All right. Douglas McGregor says, UN at risk of imminent financial collapse. Rick's News says, Russia sends proposals to the United States to improve relations. That's nice. Drogo says, world waking up to satanic pedophiles ruling the world. 4chan posts about Epstein being taken by military validated, likely in witness protection as informant. So now we think that Epstein might be alive and might be in witness protection as an informant against Mossad? Who would he be an informant against? Possibly the people that want him dead? I don't know. Begs the question, doesn't it? 2020 ballots seized in FBI raid, Russiagate, treason, grand conspiracy percolating in the background. It is happening. Drogo is a avid Q follower and believer. He does believe that Q is real. He's also supposedly related to Robert. Is it Robert David Steele? I think his full name is. He's like a ex-CIA officer that passed away during the pandemic. But they are both avid anti-Zionist. They are both not anti-Semitic, though. Maybe I need to start putting that label onto things just to reiterate that a lot of these people that get made out to be anti-Semitic are not actually. They're just trying to criticize the Israeli government and the Zionist supporters of that government because, well, you can't criticize them half the time. The U.S. bombed Somalia at least 25 times in January. Isn't it crazy that you haven't heard a thing about it? It is kind of crazy, Mr. Dave DeCamp, editor of antiwar.com. Jeremy BTC, co-founder Glide GG, unemployed. BTC since 2017, I guess. Okay. Satoshi Nakamoto being Jeffrey Epstein wasn't on my 2026 bucket list. Yeah, there's speculation that Epstein might be the creator of Bitcoin, which I got a video that helps back up that claim. Well, possibly. It doesn't actually claim that Epstein is that person. It does claim something else, though. Alex Jones
I've been
here.
watching Harrison live tonight. He's doing a great job getting through all these incredible Epstein files. And I saw him at the start of the show make the point that out of everything, this really is devastating to the British Crown and to Israel. That Epstein was definitely an operative for both groups. We know that. I mean, if you look at Ehud Barak, you look at Larry Summers, all these people, these are Israeli operatives. And they've had undue influence over our country, and they've been using these blackmail rings for control. So is the CIA, so is MI6. But this is a big deal. Some have said, oh, this is coming out because Trump didn't strike Iran, and so Israel's blackmailing him. No, this exonerates Trump and exposes the CIA, Mossad, MI6. So this is a huge, 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 huge deal. And you see the raid on Georgia, and you see all this other action. Trump's really getting traction. He's really taking action now. And he came out yesterday and said, yes, it exonerates because it does. And it's all Democrats. It's so crazy. And don't forget, we post the reports. Well, there's 7 of us, one piece of pizza's coming. It's really great. It's really going to have a lot of fun with this piece of pizza. And it's the FBI files. That's kids. I mean, just do not let them distract away from that. This is so mega massive. And take this show tonight and share the live feed. Real Alex Jones on X, the Rumble feed, the Alex Jones show, Infowars.com/show. Take these clips and share them. This broadcast belongs to you. The power of this broadcast all depends on you. So take action now. Their house of cards is coming down. They fought to suppress this. It's totally backfired on the Democrats. You know, the Q folks said Trump's acting like he doesn't want it out, so they pushed for it to come out. And I was like, oh, that sounds crazy. But I got to say, they were right about that. I mean, this is just nuts. This is crazy.
A lot of people are agreeing with the Q followers right now, so it's kind of interesting. All right, let me play this real quick with sound.
Former British government minister Peter Mandelson resigned Sunday as a member of Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour Party. But that is after new reports surfaced linking him with disgraced U.S. financier Jeffrey Epstein. According to reports by the BBC and other news organizations, Mandelson said in a letter that he did not wish to cause, quote, further embarrassment to Labour. He said allegations about financial payments to him by Epstein were false, and he would investigate them. Starmer fired Mandelson as Britain's ambassador to the United States last year. He came under scrutiny after U.S. lawmakers released documents, including a letter in which he called Epstein his, quote, best pal. Mandelson was a key figure in the Labour Party's electoral success when Tony Blair was prime minister, starting in the 1990s.
Jeez.
But he was twice
Epstein
forced
got
to quit
around,
as
didn't he?
minister over allegations of misconduct. He later served for a time as Europe.
Got resignations now. Bishop Williamson was a top-tier noticer. Don't ever forget it.
638, I think it was.
Make this bigger.
638, I think it was. The Mohammedans took Jerusalem for themselves and set up their own religion. But the Quran was very possibly written by one of those people. They're clever. And they're very good at creating false religions. They created communism, which is a false religion, a substitute religion. They created Freemasonry. They created socialism. They created capitalism. They are behind many of these
the isms. The isms.
Usually you will find them because of this tremendous motivation against our Lord Jesus Christ. In the 630.
Okay. Moving along. Guess Nick Fuentes says my application for Kick Partnership Program was approved on Wednesday. By today, Monday, Kick terminated my account from their partnership program for no reason with no explanation. I averaged 35,000 to 40,000 people a night, which would make me one of the top streamers on Kick. Ain't gonna happen, dude. I don't know, it might. You never know. Congresswoman Kat Kammick says they've learned shocking news about the Barack Obama Affordable Care Act.
Hey guys, Congresswoman Kat Kammick here. I am just off the House floor, and you can probably hear in the background Chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, railing right now because the Democrats have forced a discharge petition to the floor that would extend 3 years worth of Obamacare subsidies. Now, here's what you need to know, and you can probably see right here behind me on this TV, and then right behind me, that door leads to the House floor where this fight is happening right now. Here's what you need to know. Only 7% of Americans are on the Obamacare programs that receive subsidies. Now, of those 7%, there's 40% of people registered that are actually fraudulent. Like, fraudulent as in they're duplicative, they are not supposed to be in the program. In fact, they're finding that people making over $600,000 are receiving subsidies for their ACA, their AKA Obamacare plans. Now, here's the real rub. These subsidies don't go to individuals directly. They go to big insurance companies. Insurance companies like, well, we all know their names, but let's be honest. These are companies that are making 237% profits as of last year. So why in the world would we send $400 billion to an insurance company to lower premiums for people making $600,000? It makes no sense. We need to fix healthcare.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there for that. All right, Zuckerberg calls WhatsApp users dumb Fs for trusting him. Convo leaked by Durov. This is, I guess, on... Is this from Telegram? Pavel Durov, that's the Telegram owner. Mark allegedly has easy access to private info of 4 billion users of the messenger. Yeah, read this. The only thing that's changed since this conversation is the scale. Today, WhatsApp owner is privately laughing not at 4,000, but at 4 billion dumb fucks who trust his claims, like WhatsApp's encryption. Yeah, so if you ever need info about anyone at Harvard, just ask. I have over 4,000 emails, pictures, addresses, SNS. What? How do you manage that one? I don't know who he's talking to here. It's a little butterfly. People just submitted it. I don't know why. They trust me, dumb fucks. Yeah, that's something you really want to hear from the owner of Facebook. Israel is not a Jewish state. Israel is a perverted, genocidal, godless, satanic state. This is from the Jewish Voice. Jews united against Zionism and the State of Israel. So this is coming from a Jewish source.
Epstein. I will do a quick early life check on Epstein. All right, in today's episode, we have a fascinating interview with Dr. Kevin McDonald, and everybody has probably seen the latest revelations of the Epstein files. I think that this is probably, at this point, I don't know, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, and I think we have some more phases to go. There are still plenty of things that are redacted. The people are going to want to see more things, like who is this mystery guy whose name is blotted out that Jeffrey Epstein was supposed to kill. These kinds of things the public deserves to know. And so I think we'll have another phase and another phase. But this latest revelation was really, in many ways, a bombshell. It showed, if nothing else, it showed the blatant disdain and hatred of Epstein. You can do a quick early life check on Epstein. The name, it's pretty obvious, but he had a blatant disdain and hatred towards white people. He viewed non-Jewish people as less than. People right now are always talking about the dangers of white supremacy, the dangers of neo-Nazism. Well, I'll go on record and say this. As far as anyone can find, and even scrubbing and using certain AI tools to disseminate all the information, there was not one anti-Semite that was exposed as being a monster in the Epstein files. Many neocons, many liberals, many Democrats, many Republicans, not one anti-Semite, right? You can just mark that off the list. Neo-Nazis, as far as we know, not one of them is committing crimes, trafficking underage girls, participating in satanic rituals. That's not on the list. So we can talk about the neo-Nazis. We can talk about playing footsies with the people on the far right. We can talk about the dangers of white supremacy. But I'll go on record and say, being frank, I'm concerned about Jewish supremacy because the Epstein files reek of that. White supremacy, nowhere to be found. Jewish supremacy, that non-Jewish whites are cattle, the goyim, right? Imagine right now you're 77-year-old Zionist evangelical grandma, and she's on Google, and like, what is the goy? What is goyim? A lot of people really are.
That's actually happening quite a bit in searches right now.
These groups of individuals are controlling markets and would even artificially manipulate a market crash that affects the goyim, non-Jewish whites with their slave wage jobs, 9 to 5, while a few elite individuals get rich. And again, just to make it clear, we're not saying every Jew is involved in this. We're not saying that. In the same way that not every white person is a raging liberal and not every white person is, far, far, far right. But what we are saying is that disproportionately, according to these files, it seems as though Epstein and other elite Jewish billionaires, not just in Israel, it's not just Netanyahu, it's not just the Israeli government, but Jews here in America and around the world, not all of them, but elite billionaires, rich Jewish people, had this sentiment of,
I am not a liar.
Jewish whites
I have killed thousands.
For us, and it's okay
I have fed more
to
drug fiends than
artificially
the top 3 pharmaceutical
manipulate
companies
markets
combined.
and interest and these kinds
I
of
have
things that
stolen
affect
children
them
from
in
parents,
negative ways, but
wives
makes
from
us
husbands,
rich. That was
wiped out
clear.
entire generations.
And so what I want to do in this
But
interview
lying,
with Dr. Kevin
that I
McDonald
have
is
never
get down
done.
to the bottom of it.
The rest
Not
are
just the
offenses
latest
against
revelations of
humanity.
the Epstein files, but getting
Lying
to
is
the
an offense
underpinnings.
against yourself.
What is Jewish supremacy?
I am the head of the Santa Blanca organization,
this idea of
which you call a cartel.
Sorry, I didn't realize that started in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and load this game in so it doesn't go into a cutscene again.
A elite few that have a high in-group preference that would manipulate things in such a way that it affects negatively other nations, other peoples. What's going on here? What is Jewish supremacy? What is world Jewry? Is there any merit to these terms? And I think in light of the latest revelations over the weekend with the Epstein files, there are more people right now who are willing to ask these questions likely than ever before. And so if you're wanting to understand these things, Jewish supremacy, right? World Jewry, what's going on? How does it affect me? What should I do in light of it? How can I understand these concepts historically and see the patterns underneath? Then this is a fascinating interview that will help you tremendously. So stay tuned.
Bible study turned into something a little different now,
At the
didn't
foot
it?
of Mount Sinai, a nation met its God in thunder and fire. From that covenant flowed the faith of Abraham, Moses, and the prophets, fulfilled, not replaced, in Christ. But somewhere between the martyrs and the modern West, the truth was blurred. Politicians and pastors began speaking of a Judeo-Christian civilization, a phrase born not of Sinai, but in Washington, tracing its roots not to Moses, but to the Pharisees. The hyphenated heresy challenges the myth of the hyphen, tracing how it reshaped Christian identity, redefined the church's witness, and bound modern faith to political Zionism. Pick up your copy today on Amazon.com.
That's Joe Webbin's new book. I haven't actually gotten it yet, but I'm thinking about getting it. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, Trump, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say I have nothing. We have other things to do.
I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages. It's like this is all they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do, because that whole thing has turned out, other than Bill Clinton and, Bill Gates and lots of people that there are a lot of questions about it, but nothing on me. But it was even sort of better than that, because they found that Jeffrey Epstein and this sleazebag writer named Michael Wolff were conspiring against Donald Trump to lose the election. So
Trump is saying that he is exonerated now. I don't know if that's entirely true. We had Jimmy Dore today actually going through lots of the other opposing accusations from supposed victims, from supposed crimes, and this is all alleged stuff. I'm not saying any of this is true, but there's supposedly all these allegations on Trump that were actually mentioned in the Epstein files. But Trump has also been saying that there are Democrat hoaxes integrated into the files, so he believes that there are some altered files. Now, what does that do to the rest of the legitimacy of the files? I'm not sure yet. If they're going to try to do it to him, it's going to make you question the rest of the documents. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Epstein was conspiring with a writer for me to lose the election. So right there, you know that I had nothing to do with this guy. But it's a terrible thing. The amount of time that's being wasted. When Epstein was alive, like 10 years ago, nobody cared about it. But they're only doing it. But now it's really hitting back on them because Bill Clinton is such a big part of it. The Democrats are pushing it. And the problem is that it's turning out to be the Democrats that were with and conspired with Epstein. So I think you're probably going to see a little pullback from them. But think of it, they were working together to try and help me lose the election. But this is the Oval Office, so I guess that didn't work out too well. Okay, one more.
Wait, this is in that last video, isn't it? Israel launches multiple warplanes. That was 14 hours ago. Douglas McGregor. About to jump in this game too here in a second. Wall Street Apes puts this out. Donald Trump just posted evidence Democrats are stealing our elections for the 2020 election. Pennsylvania, 205,000. More votes than registered voters.
Over 1.5 million fraudulent votes counted, and the spread is less than 82,000 votes. These fraudulent votes come from dead voters, ballots that were received before they were supposedly mailed out, and over 330,000 electronic spikes from the voting machine. 205,000 overvotes, meaning there were 205,000 more votes than registered voters, and 682,000 ballots that were illegally processed without any oversight whatsoever. More than 1.5 million votes in Pennsylvania is apparently what it took for Joe Biden to steal the state. Georgia has a similar phenomenon that Democrats are failing to account for. 66,248 underage voters voted in Georgia. 10,315 dead people voted. 2,500 convicted felons voted. Nearly 200,000 votes were fraudulently inserted into the vote count instantaneously. 4,500 votes come from unregistered voters. These numbers show a clear pattern that a variety of types of fraud occurred in this election and that Democrats are desperately trying to cover it up. They're going to great lengths to change the narrative of the election fraud in an effort to run out the clock to January 20th, 2020. In addition to President Trump's team, many independent groups have completed research on the fraud, and the results are staggering. Totaling across the country, millions of votes were fraudulently covered up, changed, or deleted in favor of Joe Biden. The governors and secretaries of state have actively participated in the cover-up, removing information from their website that is normally easily accessible to the public and depriving conservatives a chance to audit or review the results are just some of their tactics. In Arizona, the final result is only a difference of 10,457, yet 36,400 non-citizens voted in the state. Arizona also experienced phantom spikes from the voting machines to the tune of roughly 50,000 additional votes going to Joe Biden. These numbers come from information that is publicly available, whether from the Secretary of State's website before the content was removed, or from the raw data that was pushed out on election night.
Okay, I'm just going to finish up with this video and we're jumping straight in. Drogo says everyone is waking up to the horrors of Epstein and satanic pedophiles ruling the world. Only a matter of time until they see Q is very real. Like I said, he is a full-on supporter and believer of Q.
What if there was a certain group that tried to end this slavery? Well, that
Actually,
is
you know
why...
what? You know what? Hold up. Before I play that, I'm going to play this because it's 18 seconds.
Tell me this. Follow the clues. Who controls the media and news? Who rubs their hands and resembles rats? Who owns the banks and wears little hats? Who claims their behavior in each country was fine, but still got expelled from 109?
One more
Tell me
time.
this. Follow the clues. Who controls the media and news? Who rubs their hands and resembles rats? Who owns the banks and wears little hats? Who claims their behavior in each country was fine, but still got expelled from 109? Tell me this.
Is that
Follow
real?
the clues.
Sometimes I wonder, is that AI or is that real? Zelensky has now been caught out in the Epstein files. I'm not going to play that video. We're going to play this one, then we're jumping straight
What
into
if
the
there
game.
was a certain group that tried to end this slavery? Well, that is why I'm here, to tell and educate you about Q, the greatest military operation the world has ever seen.
People who believe in the QAnon conspiracy theory.
It's like an alternate reality plan. This summer, QAnon shaman pushing QAnon theories. QAnon is extremely dangerous to our democracy. Conspiracy theories are continuing.
Satan worshippers and pedophiles who eat babies.
And you are the savior of that.
I just don't know about QAnon.
We follow the vision of President John F. Kennedy, who predicted the rise of special operations near
much as anybody else. And I knew to be an insider. It's not bad. Now I'm being punished for leaving the special club and revealing to you the terrible things that are going on having to do with our country.
WikiLeaks releasing the newest batch of what are believed to be campaign chairman John Podesta.
Involves Clinton campaign chair John Podesta. Drip-fed out on WikiLeaks.
Your steadfast commitment to end human trafficking. And your Pizzagate. It became a major today because I was watching between Pizzagate and maybe part of the child sex trafficking ring.
Time to drain the swamp, which, by the way, we are keeping open, and to keep open the detention facilities in Guantanamo Bay. And we're going to load it up with some bad dudes, believe me. We're going to load it up. I will totally obliterate the deep state. Because I used to be part of the club, I'm the only one that can fix it. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
Alright, let's play this game, y'all. I'm gonna restart this game real quick.
Zelensky has been caught in the Epstein files, and Epstein visited him multiple times. In emails between Epstein and a Rothschild family member, they discussed Ukraine. And in 2014, they talked about the upheaval in Ukraine when the U.S. overthrew their government. And in February of 2019, Epstein stayed in the capital of Ukraine a month before Zelensky was elected. And this is Zelensky telling the Rothschild, by the way, I'm visiting Zelensky this Thursday, 3 months after Zelensky was elected. And here, this message to Epstein: we should go to Russia and meet my friend Ilya. He's a member of the parliament and the main organizer of the uprising against Putin. He might replace Putin, become president himself. Any ideas how to help him? Epstein visited Zelensky multiple times and was chatting with his friends on how to overthrow Putin in Russia. When Vladimir Putin says that Russia is battling Satanism in Ukraine, you have to believe it.
Oprah is a slave trader. Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true. Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. Why do you think she has that school in South Africa? Why does she hang out with who she hangs out with? Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. How is she a slave trader? Does the name John of God ring a bell? There's a reason why Oprah is so powerful.
Doctor billed the government $120 million in a single year, claiming to oversee 1,900 patients. With almost 2,000 hospice agencies, LA County has more than 36 states combined, and 30 times more than either Florida or New York.
18% of the whole country's home health care billing is coming out of Los Angeles County. How is that possible?
And take a look at this map, a cluster of 200...
Okay, the game's starting up now. Sorry it was taking so long. I was kind of getting confused there for a second too. Epstein lawyers for more than 200 Epstein victims are pushing federal judges to order the DOJ to remove the Epstein files from public view. These same voices spent the last year demanding disclosure and accusing President Trump of stalling.
They know we're here.
Fire, fire, fire! Fucking...
He's down.
Good shooting. Let's clean up and move on. Found an SB network station. Let's get after it. I'll pilot.
Hey man, try to take us off some sweet jumps, alright?
An explosion down there. I thought my helicopter was on fire at first. I was like, what?
This is a good spot logistically. They can transport supplies and cocaine faster from here. How much horsepower do you think those cigarette boats got? 1,000? Think they need that much when they already own the river? You want one of these boats, don't you? Fuck yeah.
Shit, I see those guys. Damn. They're just like randomly in the field. Right where I wanted to land at. What about down here? What about down here? Hopefully this will stay here.
Everybody hold up, we got hostiles in the area. Heads up, narco with a submachine gun. Over by the checkpoint.
No podemos alcanzar esos putos. Maten el puto vehículo.
They got backup rolling in.
They already have reinforcements? How do they know I'm at? I don't like that.
Check it out, the dumbasses are going the wrong way.
Here we go. Once we're inside the factory, we take out control systems and cocaine stocks. Then we get the hell out.
Get in, run around and break shit. Copy that. Getting in position. Let me get into position. Target marked. Copy. Target marked. I'm engaging takeoffs. Get down.
Oh fuck, dude. Whatever the hell happened, I don't know, I kind of feel like I want to start this from a different checkpoint, but I don't like how they like automatically know where I'm at. There's a little bit of a lag. I don't know what that's about. Oh shit, there it is.
Grenade, watch out!
Yeah.
Grenade!
That was a good throw in this part.
I've been thinking of December about what I'm gonna wear.
Ow, what the hell? Where's he at? Shit. How did he go through that freaking wall?
But nothing quite feels right for you, my sweet Saint Nick this year.
Come on. What the fucking shit? Can you guys have my fucking back for once? I don't know why I have a team. I kill him like after I die. What is up with this game? It's super laggy. Pause the game. I'm trying to get it to fix itself. Switch the gun. What the fuck? It's not. I don't know. After I died, the game got super laggy. I think I remembered why I stopped playing this game. Super buggy. I'm gonna restart it one more time. I'll be right back. The game's gonna start up though. Alright, looks like it's loading a little bit better now. Oh, come on. It'll fix itself. It might be the online crap.
Enemy activity, stay sharp.
It's close to that level. Another tango.
Fire. We'll go. He's dead. I have a shot. Engage him.
I killed him quick.
Watch your step. These guys know something's up.
There's a little bit of a delay on my trigger. Shit.
We're clear. Y'all good? I'll fly.
Get on. Really, dude? You always give me trouble. I just optimized this game. I don't know why it's so glitchy. They're like bouncing around in the seat. I wonder if I need to update the driver. I can already tell this is going to be buggy as hell as soon as I get over here. I ought to just fly straight into this place and fucking go from there.
This is a good spot logistically. We can transport supplies or cocaine faster from here. How much horsepower do you think those cigarette boats got? 1,000? Think they need that much when they already own the river? You want one of these boats, don't you? Fuck yeah.
Here we go. Once we're inside the factory, we take out control of the stock.
Whoa, what the fuck? That was quick. There's no way to like... Was I alive for a second? Maybe I could have got out of there. They shot it down so quick, I didn't expect that. Maybe it'll spawn me somewhere close by. Don't take too long though. Wish this game was a little bit smoother. I don't know why. It has to be so lame. Maybe I just need to play it on my other computer, I don't know. I mean, it used to play okay on this computer, I don't know why. I feel like it needs an update really bad, but I doubt they care about this game anymore. It's getting kinda old now. Kind of curious why I keep doing this to myself, because every time I try to play this game, it's like something goes wrong. But when I first got this computer, this game used to play just fine. Don't know what happened. Can you load the damn game without it being so fucking... What is this shit, bro? Look at this. This is horrible. Is it because of the music? Why is it being like this? Do you need everything on the game? Don't need to turn this shit off? Is that what it is? No way. Does that actually help? Really? It actually helps? I don't know that. No way. I can't believe that actually works. No fucking way. That shit on my screen was screwing up my gaming. That's interesting, actually. There's a helicopter over there. I gotta run all the way over there now. That's not too far. Shit, apparently all that scrolling stuff is hurting my gaming. Didn't even know. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Taking up some partial video memory. And it's continuous, so makes partial sense. It's just a creek. I thought it was gonna be like a river. Where's the bad guys at? I know they're around here somewhere. I accidentally found them in the middle of the field.
Heads up, hostiles in the area.
Where?
Here we go. Once we're inside the factory, we take out control systems and cocaine stocks. Then we get the hell out.
Get in, run around, and break shit. Copy that.
I can't believe that frickin' scroll shit on my screen changed it so much. Can you not get hit in the middle of fucking traffic? Who was seeing me? There's somebody that saw me.
Tell me where.
Close to the container.
Where?
Deploying drone.
Is that an air defense system?
Sure shit is.
Spotting another tango.
Got it along.
Got a ferry.
Eyes on the jet.
No. I need a better drone, bro. So I can scan these hoes. I'm gonna get hit by a car. Get out of the road. I see you in there, I think. Really? The battery's almost dead? It's lame, bro. Where is everybody? Shit. Get out of the road. Not telling you again.
Yo, cartel gunman. Near that turret.
Where the fuck is everybody? There's that one guy. Oh.
I got another. That's 5.
We got a mounted weapon. Keep it quiet. They know we're here.
Just set off the alarm, damn it.
I'm engaging tangos.
Fire.
Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
Copy. Choppers approaching. Fuck, they're coming right at us. Chopper, down, down. Scratch one. We got a man down.
That's how you do it, okay.
Man down. Just hold on to your shit. Man down.
Trying to hit this helicopter, man.
Man down. Chopper, hit the dirt. By the turret.
Damn it. I tried changing to the what is it called? Grenade launcher, but it wouldn't let me. I have to like aim down the sights and then press the button, and I tried doing it and it didn't do it, so not gonna blame me. I'm gonna blame everybody but me. Sounds good. It's usually how it works anyways. Blame everybody but yourself. I'm just kidding. That's not a good philosophy at all. I have to say that because people will take me seriously if I don't. Alright, see? I gotta press this button. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, that's why. That's my bad. Wait, how do I switch back? No, 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 no. Remove underbarrel. Okay, that's how you do it. I guess I did press the right button. I just didn't do it. Had too much stuff going on. So what am I doing here exactly? Gain access to cocaine factory. Is that it? The lab requires a key code only known to El Misario's assistant. Find the assistant, obtain the key code, then enter the lab and sabotage it.
need that chopper. Stay low. Two Sicarios next to the container, see?
Tango number 3.
Okay, we're still all right. I got a Sicario over here. They're gonna see you. Hold up. Hey, we got a narco by the turret. Get back before they make you. Heads up, narco with a submachine gun, close to the container.
Fuck me, this place is huge.
The intel said they converted an old slaughterhouse into a cocaine factory.
Yeah, but I figured that was typical cartel bullshit. This is something else.
Makes no difference to me. The bigger they are, the hotter they burn. Know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying. He knows what I'm saying. I always say it "nah, I'm saying," so it kind of threw me off whenever I said it. Know what I am saying? It's "nah, I'm saying." I don't know why I came around this way. In fact, I feel kind of dumb for doing it now. Because there's no way.
I don't see him.
Point him out, bitch. I don't like this. Let me through that little area. Where's it at? Where does he see me from? Up there.
Hang back, they see you.
Got another tango. I see a second target.
Damn it, how do I get over
I
there?
got one narco, right by the container.
I think I can blow a hole through the wall, but I'm not going to.
Third target.
All right, breathe easy. I'm getting in position. Target marked. Got him.
First.
Copy that.
This lists the location of a cartel commendation they're awarding to some guy who killed a few rebels.
Yo, cartel gunman.
Where you got him?
I'll go upstairs. Oh.
Controls are foobarred. That'll shut down the factory for months.
Where to next?
Let's search the warehouses. We take out any cocaine stocks we find, and then we exfil.
Copy that.
Alright. Jeez. Getting tangled in my cord over here. I'm actually being stealthy now. Destroy cocaine stocks. That sounds fun. We don't have to destroy all of it, though. I'm just kidding. I've never been a fan of cocaine, to be honest. I tried it once and it felt like a freaking energy drink, and I was just like, why do people do this? It was kind of like cigarettes. I was just like, I tried it once, and I mean, I tried it actually a few times, cigarettes. The only time I enjoyed it was when I drank, but I don't like drinking anymore, so I don't smoke cigarettes. Only the green stuff. Only the good stuff. Only the healthy stuff. I don't know, some people say that nicotine is healthy for you now. I don't know. I don't know. Been propagandized so much on that, I really don't know. I'll just throw a grenade at it.
Frag out. Frag out.
Sniper.
Hey! I want
engage targets.
Yep. Need everybody to open fire.
Roger that.
Shit, that fucking leaf was in the way. I couldn't see. I was blind firing.
Copter, get down. Heading this way.
Just give me grenades too. Yeah, it does.
Frag out. Come mierda, culeros.
No.
Take that stockpile. Let's go.
New stockpile.
Helicopter inbound. Down, get down, chopper. Man down, just hold on to your shit. Man down. Tango is fucking down.
Switch weapons. I pressed that button already.
Damn, we got a chopper. It's gonna hurt in the morning.
Where's that? Yeah, where's it at? I'm trying to get it. Got him. Hell yeah.
Meal's finished. Man down, yo, man down.
How is our man down? He just picked him up.
Oh shit, here they come. Hostile killed.
How do I get inside this place?
Doors open. Taking out the control room must have shorted the locks. Stand up and hold on.
Shit, I got somebody from behind me shoot me. Is there a back entrance?
Let's get back to it. Stack up and sweep the building. Take out any cocaine stocks you find.
Roger that.
Shit, I got people over here too.
I'm spotting another tango.
Just wondering. I was about to say, it's like one right next to me. I can see him on the map. Is there a door back here? No. Okay. No way to get in from over here. Is there a top entrance? Guess there's no top entrance. There's only the front entrance, really? Okay. Oh shit. Just like popped up out of the door.
Frag out. Get some.
Got him.
There's a stockpile. Let's take it out. Frag out.
Is there like a... no ammo crate in here? I was hoping there was an ammo... oh, there is one. Good.
Looks like we've riled them up.
I like this game when it actually works.
Frag out.
I guess it just needs all of my RAM.
Let's keep moving.
Damn, that was a shitload of polvo we just wrecked. Somebody's gonna be pissed.
This'll put El Emisario's nuts in a vice. He'll have to come out of hiding to deal with the fallout, and then he's ours.
Is there a way to disable this thing? Or do I just blow it up? Probably just blow it up, don't I? Actually, let me just do this. This will be easier. Got it. I did it. Where's this other guy? He's like just hanging out inside this room or something. Not even wanting to come out. That's kind of depressing. Am I not worth your time? He's just sitting right here. Just scared. Wasting his life away. Just like me in video games, I guess. Tagging supplies. We're gonna overkill this frickin' mission, man. We're doing a little too good now.
Opening fire.
Got him. Is that everybody?
Clear.
Mission accomplished. I think we overtook the facility, it would seem. Sorry if I was too effective, everybody. If I don't have any lagging, I'm super effective, apparently. Cooking with coca.
The cartel's operating a coca paste lab inside a converted fish processing plant in Okoro. Find the lab and shut it down.
So that's the next part of the mission. Guess so. So I guess we just get to the helipad and GTFO. How's that sound, gang? We want TGIF or TGI Fridays. You don't say the F in TGI Fridays. Is there a dude running down the road? There is. Where'd you even come from, bro?
Clear over here.
Destroying all the cocaine ovens and mixers. Just another day in Ghost Recon. Know what I'm saying, gang? Y'all don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying a bunch of shit, aren't I?
Christ, the alarm.
How's the alarm going off?
Enemy reinforcements incoming.
Okay, well, I'm going this way. Well, I didn't do anything. I'm leaving. Vámonos.
Clear. How you guys holding up?
They're heading to our last position. We're gonna look around.
Or, wait, that's not goodbye. Adios. That's how you say goodbye. I don't know. I was like shuffling through like 10 different languages for a second in my head. I was just like, wait, how do you say goodbye in Spanish? Adios. Adios, amigos. I'll get on top of the roof. There we go.
Eyes up, we got hostiles in the area.
I don't care. I'm leaving.
Hang back, that tango might spot bird on patrol. Watch out.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up here.
I'm good. Crank it.
Fire, fire, fire!
That's one down.
Get on! Taking your sweet ass time.
Ready? Open fire, open fire!
Got him.
He's gone.
Oh shit.
Ready? Fire, fire, fire!
We'll go.
This thing doesn't have any weapons on it. I didn't realize that. I gotta leave. I'm faster than you.
Get out. The dumbasses are going the wrong way.
Nye, 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 nye. What if I can have my music playing now? I gotta have something, y'all. Gotta have something. A little bit of something. Not that one. Yeah, it still plays okay. Good. Alright, we finally figured this game out. Something tells me I should just land straight on the building and go right on in. Full assault.
Fire!
I'm taking a shot. Got it.
Land right here. Looks like a good spot.
Oh, here we go. They've seen us.
I don't even car. I don't even car right now.
Wait.
Grenade! Grenade!
I'm going full Ghost Recon raiding.
Get back to business. Get inside and destroy the mixing vats and ovens. His muzzle will shut the place down for months.
Can't see me.
Helicopter incoming.
Can I get through here?
Here we go. Your dad's firing on the cartel. Chopper, down, down.
Oh, fucking A. Where's he at? Get your ass up. Missed him. Got him.
Helo's done.
Oh, there's gotta be a door somewhere.
We got a sniper. Get down.
Shit. Got him.
Helo's fucked. Sniper.
Got him. Yeah. You gonna shoot that guy? Are y'all not gonna like fucking do anything?
Ready? Open fire.
Roger.
I hate that I have to tell you that. Alright, I need some ammo. Alright, destroy this too.
Site's destroyed.
El Emisario better pull his head out of his ass, or pretty soon he won't have an operation left to run.
That's the plan.
Newman, this is Pat Katari. The damage you've done in Okoro has made El Emisario very nervous. He's terrified of what El Yayo will think when he finds out how much production capacity has been lost.
Sounds good so far.
To make up the difference, El Emisario has ordered his men to take over a hospital in Okoro and convert it into a cocaine lab.
Son of a bitch.
We must keep the convict from taking over the hospital. It's vital to the people of Okoro and to my people as well. I have sent a small force to defend the building.
Here's the bathroom. Be right back.
Not enough. They won't last long without help.
Understood. Tell your people we're on the way. El Emisario is staging an attack on a local hospital, and Katari needs help to defend it. It's your call, but helping Katari now will buy us a lot of support later on.
I'm gonna shoot.
Get ready. Fire.
Copy that.
Whatever, I'm moving. So far away. Can't remember if I fast travel, if it will like take me with a helicopter too. It might. Save me a little bit of time. Since we wasted so much time trying to get the game started tonight. But we found the sweet spot for the game, so that's good. And I don't have to switch computers for it. Just glad I can actually play it again. It's not even like one of my favorite games or nothing. It's just good enough to keep playing. Plus I never beat it, so naturally. Where are we going? I should have went to a place with a helicopter. I wasn't thinking. Oh well. We get into the truck, boys. Make sure I got my ammo all topped off. Good, let's go.
Hang on, I'll drive.
I'm in. Let's go.
Wait, I'm supposed to go up there? Shit. Who designed these roads? Whoa! I ain't paying for that. Oh my god. We're good. Out of the way. They have to go the same way as me. Going around. Oh, honk. Turning up the music, man. Too good not to. Going around. Oh shit, my bad. My bad. Fuck. So we got good music. Bad driving, good music. Oh, my bad, I almost hit you. Dude, just like on a cell phone.
Right behind you, boss.
This song is extra pretty. How about you get out of here? You don't seem like you really care if I'm here. Just in here in the dark.
¿Qué tal, compas? You've come just in time. The scouts tell me El Emisario's men are on their way.
How's it looking here?
We'll send away as many doctors and patients as we could. There's a few trucks loaded with medicines and vaccines. That way, if the hospital is lost, at least there will be something left for the sick and injured. Ya pues, my daughter was born in this hospital. Now here I am, carajo, defending it from cartel thugs who want to turn it into one of their damn cocaine labs. There's nothing sacred to these people.
Nothing but death, Cooper. That's why we're here. El Emisario's men could hit the place at any moment. We need to get dug in tight before the shooting starts.
Roger that. Opening fire.
Guys ready? Fire.
Christmas Eve, reserve the spot downtown. Best table, red dress, she shut the whole place down. Steak medium rare, champagne on chill. Talking about next year, how the future feel real.
Snow falling, gentle Mariah on low. I'm staring at my baby like damn you glow. About to lean for that mistletoe kiss.
And the air ripped open like a glitch in the matrix.
Right now,
Next minute we're gone.
Thought this was our night, thought we'd make it home slow. Now we floating through the stars.
all around. Big lizard dude staring scales and a crowd. He said, Tyrone, my guy, finally you're here. I said, hold up, reptilian, why you bring my
Got him.
Sharp teeth, eyes like slits. I knew you wouldn't come without your chick. I laughed like, bro, I'm on a date with Smile. He said, I need your help, real talk, no child.
What could a space king need from me right now?
This new bomb I got, don't know how to figure it out.
A bomb. And you were up to dust for weed. You could have just hit my line. I'd have slid with speed.
Earthlings got the science, your masters of the smoke. This piece got 12 percolators and a crystal choke.
That's when I stepped forward, said, baby, move aside. Let a queen show the galaxy how we really ride. Christmas Eve turned cosmic, yeah, we changing the plans. Tonight we sailing stars, reaching the
We out here sailing the stars on Christmas Eve. Alien bong in my hand, watch me teach you to breathe.
Where did your attack
Hold
got
it,
back
let it
down
fill your soul. Exhale clouds to the cosmos. Lose control.
Your guy is kind of complicated around.
we blazing the same. Lighting up the
So Plenty was commanding and scenario. You know, Yaya's kind of cuddle.
This wild bong hitting harder than Mars.
So stew for us.
Your Yaya's been on the phone with Mario.
Galaxy eyes red as brake lights. Ships spinning slow, colors melt together. My girl laughing hard, saying it's the best Christmas ever.
Bring him in
Boom,
now.
crash landing, sleigh in the snow.
Give us the
Reindeer
location.
looking
We'll
spooked,
take care of
Santa
it.
slump, no glow. Screen on the dash, blinking red, deliver a detonate. So held, I got the wheel, ain't no time to debate.
Clear
So
over
we
here.
hopped in the sleigh, alien at the rain. Green deer still magical, birds all geeked off that flame. Dash through the sky, dropping gifts at light speed. Phone still in my lap, taking hits in between. Saving Christmas blaze, yeah, that's how we roll. Three misfits in the night, with one cosmic goal. We out here saving Christmas on an alien bong. Flying through the sky where we all belong. From a date night dinner to the edge of space. Now we legends forever, Christmas Eve out of space.
Yeah, we sailing the stars,
Getting lifted and free. Best holiday ever, so baby and me.
Merry Christmas to
And
all.
pass the thing to the
Find some
left.
fucking
We
cover.
just saved the whole world. Now let's get some rest.
Thank you. Bring more weed.
Somebody want to explain to me why we're extracting El Empresario? We know he only got where he's now because he was granted. It ain't like he's a moving shaker in the cartel. You got a better idea? Sure, leave the asshole twisting in the wind. Why else did we go to all this trouble in Ocoa?
Emisario's just a pawn. Bowman's got her sights set on El Yayo. If El Emisario disappears, Sueño is going to have to blame someone else for what happened here. He'll turn on El Yayo, which gives us an opportunity to bring him in.
Damn, Bowman wants somebody.
You got that right.
I'm not gone.
Coro's a mess, and Sueño is calling for El Emisario's head. Not even El Yayo. Track down El Emisario and bring him in. Let's see if we can deal.
Didn't I come here with a helicopter? No, I drove here.
Don't mention it, Atari. We'll just add it to your bill.
There is one more thing. Before Lemisarius men attacked the hospital, one of my people loaded a truck with vaccines and tried to get them to safety. Unfortunately, he was stopped at the Unidad checkpoint and the truck was confiscated. It's vital we get those vaccines, Yankee. The truck is at the Unidad base now. I know it's asking much of you, but frankly, there is no one else who can do it.
Understood. We'll see what we can do.
Oops. I just go this way. There we go. That's a shortcut. If I ever knew one. Hey, hold up. You can probably just like fast travel. Yup. Yeah, we definitely ain't doing that. It's taking me all over the map. What'd I tell y'all? I'm not taking an hour to get over there. Screw that. This game probably would look a lot better if I did play it on the other computer. Oh well. I'm on my my old computer tonight. This one's battery is 10 times better. My new one eats freaking power like crazy. But that's not too surprising. There's no vehicles around me? There's a helicopter. Look at that. It looked closer on the map, that's for sure. Actually, I don't want this one. You know what? Yep.
Go on without me.
I will go without you. You guys suck. And you're just gonna show up to me later anyways. I'm gonna go home. That didn't work. This is not going well already. Alright, there we go. That's better. Wow, there's a helicopter in the fucking field. Okay. I'm here. Bro, no! I didn't know there was gonna be a bunch of dudes around it. Should have assumed though. Hey, you saved me.
Damn, that was close. Army unit up ahead. That's gonna complicate things.
No more tangos here.
I got it.
I knew you guys are good for something. I'm sorry for ditching you.
Watch it, man.
Alright, I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I'm gonna blow it up if I don't. They get on no matter what, so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna disturb them.
Sniper out there.
Okay, well.
Pretty landscape. Oh yeah, I just reminded myself. I gotta do something real quick. Be right back. Okay. Back again. Oh shit, there's all kinds of people out here.
We need to have patrols in the area. Probably a response to all the shit we've been stirring here in Cora. Next spot. Got a tango.
Yo, eyes on the front.
Point 'em out.
Close to the parking area.
It's 10 targets. Target spotted. Coming up in the target area now. Get ready. Bowman can't wait to take a run at El Emisario, so watch your fire. We need to take him alive.
Copy that.
Alright, that's, I count 15 of them. Sniper out there.
I could land on the roof. That would be the fastest way to handle all of this.
Ronald just missed. Max looking back at us.
almost fell off. I was wondering what he was shooting at. Did he shoot me through the window?
Grenade, move, move, move.
Oh shit.
Grenade, move.
Frag out. Come mierda, culeros.
The fuck? Can I not shoot through the window? Oh shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, El Emisario has left the building. Killed himself right in the face of his grandfather. Hey, look, we drove through it. Come on, man, stop with that shit. You made a choice.
You check the bodies. He's got it.
Hurry up!
Got a suicide note. Bowman, this is Nomad. We found El Emisario. He's dead.
What happened?
He killed himself. Left a note to El Sueño taking the blame for the loss of the labs in Ocoro.
Shit, I can't shoot that. Why can't I shoot through the glass, but they can shoot me?
We had El Yayo by the nuts. Now
That's stupid.
He wasn't quite the fuck up we thought he was.
Whatever.
it didn't break the way we expected it to. It happens.
Do this sort of thing a lot?
I do whatever it takes to get the job done. Same with you.
Got no tangles on my radar. Tango down. You'll be okay. I'm on my way. Hit the dirt. Helicopter.
There's just some ammo in here.
Helicopter, get down.
Why is there no rear door?
Copter, get down.
No ammo? Come on, bro. Oh, there's some back here.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, get out. Damn it.
Hit the dirt. Helicopter. We got a man down. You're gonna be alright, you hear me? I'm on the...
Got him. Oh shit, another one came. Yep. Still got another helicopter. Oh fuck, dude. Shot me with a rocket. Glad you're here to save the day, brother.
Fucking hell!
Oh my god! I seriously fucking hit him. Hell fucking yeah, dude. Alright, I gotta get out of here. We gotta go to the other helicopter. This one's fucked. Let's go. Hopefully it's still here. Is it still over there? I don't see it. Fucking A. Oh wait, it is. Hell yeah. I see it on the map. Knew I could count on you.
Autopilot.
I can't believe I made that grenade. Yeah, brother. I'll wait for you. I normally don't. You're lucky. Alright. Where are we going now? Mission complete.
Unidad has confiscated a truck full of medicines from the rebels. I want you to take it back and get it to Katari's people. They'll make sure it's
Hell yeah. Let's get a victory song. Guys all happy? Everybody's happy, right?
Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
Engage.
We need to get these vaccines to Katari's people.
Hold up.
Damn it. You can save me. Run, 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 run.
We need to get these vaccines to Katari's people ASAP. Let's get inside the outpost, find the truck, and haul ass.
Copy that. Sniper, get down.
Fucking hell.
Is this the start or the end? Does it break or does it
We got a fucking man. Denver's got us targeted.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You'll be fine, man. I'm on my way. Watch out.
Who's shooting at me? I don't even see him.
Man down. Just put over your shit. Man down. Chopper, hit the dirt.
Oh, fucking A. No, come on. I was like in the middle of switching guns.
Everybody hold up. We got hostiles in the area. Eyes on the grunt. He's alone. Close to the border. We got a grunt all by his local. Over by the truck.
Sniper, top of the tower.
Can I go up the side of this wall right here?
Hey, unidad. Over by the turret.
Don't mind me. Let's see if I can glitch it or something. Come on, man. Can't jump anywhere right there. That's lame. Just seeing if I can glitch anything. I'd be able to climb it in real life, so kind of dumb that it doesn't let you get up there. Is the alarm in here?
Eyes on an unidad grunt.
Kinda figured there'd be something in here.
Got a 20 on it. rebels.
Where is everybody?
Down, giving yourself away. Look, the hornet's nest. Firing. Get down.
Shit, it's not good at a... Run!
Sniper, get the fuck down.
Damn it. Fucking mortars. Gotta run to those tents right now. Go, go, go. No, I don't want that. Fucking give me my gun back. No fucking way. Did I seriously lose my gun? What kind of bullshit is that, dude? I don't know what happened to my gun. It must be like stuck under there somewhere. Oh well, I got a new gun. Where is it? Where's the medical supply truck? Oh, this one?
Eyes on target. Time to collect. I'll drive.
Driving this thing better than I thought I would. Oh, fucking A. Shit. Damn it. Come on, dude. I can't move it. It's stuck. I thought it was gonna be like a fucking shortcut, but it was like literally the fucking worst place to go. I don't know, I just need to restart. I literally can't move it at all. What the hell? Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Give me a helicopter, man. I don't even want to deal with that crap anymore. That helicopter's out. It used to tell me. Why doesn't it tell me anymore? Let's try a different way.
We got Tango, stage it close. Eyes on the ground, he's alone. Close to the turret.
I got fire right here. You know, I could find a shortcut somewhere.
Sniper in the tower.
Head back to the spot.
shit. He knows his ticket. Sniper, down, down. Grenade! Grenade, get to cover.
Damn it.
Fucking hell! Fucking hell.
Man down.
We got a man down. Shit, we got a sniper.
Hang tight, I'm heading your way.
Took you long enough.
Got him. I don't feel like dealing with him.
Grenade, watch out! Grenade, grenade!
Where did you throw that from? Frickin'
Snow is falling down, lights are glowing bright, but in the White House glow, something don't feel right. We're all gathered around, with eggnog in our hands, wondering what the fuck Trump's got in his plans. Tweets midnight hour, deals behind the door.
Who shot me? What the fuck?
What are they waiting for? Is he fighting for us or playing some big game? It's Christmas Eve, we're calling out.
What the fuck is shooting me?
What the hell is Trump doing now?
Is he like above me?
Or is it all a show? Will he bring us justice?
I don't know, I'm getting in the fucking truck. Yo, let me in the fucking truck fast enough, jeez. Alright, I'm changing the song. Can't focus with that song. I need something cooler than that. That's better.
You're gonna be alright, you hear me?
God bless. Freaking Paul. Is that how much like health I have left? Is 33%? It better not be the health bar. I think it is.
Atari, this is Nomad. We got the package you asked for. We're delivering it now.
Bravo, my friend. Drive carefully. The glass ampoules containing the vaccine are very fragile. Take a turn too quickly and...
I get it. Be careful. Nomad out.
1 mile? It's a long ass fucking drive, dude. I gotta deal with all these bad drivers. Including me. It's not that bad once. Well, I'm not gonna jinx myself, never mind. There's traffic. Now get out of the way. Do you not see a madman truck driver in front of you? Or behind you? Almost there. At least I didn't follow me this time. That makes things easier. I'm not doing that. I'm going over this way. I see the ambush ahead, so I'm not going that way. Can I go this way? I hope that I can go down this hill without causing too much damage. Oh, fucking A. No, 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 no. We're good. I just wanted to get around that ambush. I should have been a truck driver, man. You'll see how good that was. Okay, I feel like that was a good stopping point for tonight. Well, it was good to play this game again. First time in a year, I guess. But anyways, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you did stop by, if you liked tonight's video, go ahead and like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and follow. And we may or may not be on here tomorrow. Gotta wait and see. Have a good night.